Cheese often gets a bad rap. Too fatty, too salty, too indulgent. But what if I told you that certain cheeses, when chosen wisely, could actually help rebuild muscle after 65? The secret to fighting sarcopenia, the silent muscle loss affecting millions, might already be sitting in your fridge, quietly wrapped in wax paper. In today's video, I'll reveal 3 specific cheeses packed with protein, healthy fats, and nutrients your aging muscles desperately need. These aren't ordinary snack cheeses. They're powerful, natural tools for muscle repair that doctors and researchers are increasingly recommending for adults over 65. Stay with me until the end, and I'll show you exactly how to enjoy them for maximum strength and minimum risk. I'm Dr. Thomas Reed, and after nearly 30 years of helping older adults regain strength and mobility, I've discovered something surprising. The right cheese isn't just safe. It can be one of the most effective foods for preserving muscle mass later in life. Sarcopenia isn't inevitable. Today, you'll learn how 3 delicious everyday cheeses can help you stay strong, steady, and independent for years to come. Cottage cheese might remind you of diet trends from the 80s, but it's actually one of the most powerful muscle-building foods for older adults. Just half a cup of low-fat cottage cheese delivers 14 grams of high-quality protein for only 81 calories. That's nearly 70% of its calories from protein, compared to only about 24% in cheddar. Even more important, cottage cheese provides over 1 gram of leucine per serving. Think of leucine as the ignition key for muscle growth. Older muscles require about 3 grams of leucine per meal to trigger repair, and cottage cheese gets you a third of the way there instantly. It's also soft, creamy, and easy to digest, perfect for seniors who struggle chewing tougher meats or who have smaller appetites. You can eat it straight, pair it with fruit, or blend it into smoothies without even noticing it's there. The protein in cottage cheese is mainly casein, a slow-release protein that fuels your muscles for 6 to 8 hours. A serving before bed can even help prevent overnight muscle breakdown. Studies involving nearly 1,000 older adults show that those who ate cottage cheese regularly gained significant muscle over time. For breakfast, try mixing it with berries and honey for a sweet option, or tomatoes and herbs for something savory. Use it in dips, casseroles, or even as a lighter swap for ricotta. Aim for 1/2 to 1 cup daily, especially in the morning when your muscles are most receptive to protein. Our second muscle-building champion is Parmesan cheese, or Parmigiano Reggiano. You may think of it as just a pasta topping, but this aged cheese is actually one of the most nutrient-dense foods you can eat. Just 1 ounce, about the size of your thumb, contains over 10 grams of complete protein, making it one of the highest protein concentrations of any cheese. For older adults who eat smaller portions, that density is priceless. During its long 24-month aging process, natural enzymes break proteins into smaller, more digestible pieces, making Parmesan unusually gentle on the stomach. Even people with lactose intolerance often tolerate it well, since authentic Parmesan contains virtually no lactose. It's also a calcium powerhouse. 1 ounce provides about 25% of your daily needs. While calcium is famous for bone health, it's equally vital for muscle contractions. Without enough calcium, your muscles can't perform optimally, no matter how much protein you eat. Research shows seniors low in calcium are at greater risk of muscle loss. Now, Parmesan can seem expensive, but you don't need much. Just 1 to 2 ounces daily, roughly 2 tablespoons when freshly grated, is enough. Always buy the authentic wheel with the dotted rind. Grating it fresh gives you better flavor, better nutrition, and greater satisfaction with smaller portions. Practical ideas. Sprinkle it over scrambled eggs for a protein-packed breakfast. Add it to soups or salads at lunch, or use it to top vegetables at dinner. You can even snack on small chunks paired with nuts or fruit. Its rich flavor and dense nutrition make it both satisfying and economical in the long run. Our third cheese is ricotta, and it has a unique secret. Ricotta is made from whey, the liquid left over from making other cheeses. This gives it a remarkable advantage. Whey protein is the fastest absorbing protein you can eat, reaching your muscles within 30 to 60 minutes. For older adults, that speed matters. After a walk, gardening, or light activity, your muscles are primed for repair. Ricotta delivers amino acids right when they're needed most. A half cup of whole milk ricotta provides about 14 grams of protein, similar to cottage cheese, but with a different amino acid profile. It's rich in branched-chain amino acids, BCAAs, that go directly to muscle tissue. Ricotta's creamy, mild texture makes it easy to eat, even for those with dental issues or swallowing difficulties. It's also naturally lower in sodium, about 100 milliliters per half cup compared to 400 milliliters in many cheeses, making it a heart-friendly choice. Research shows that eating 3.4 cup daily can not only increase muscle mass, but also improve balance, strength, and overall performance in as little as 90 days. There's more. Whey protein in ricotta has been linked to lower blood pressure and improved heart health, giving it a dual benefit: muscle and cardiovascular support. How to enjoy it? Spread ricotta with honey and cinnamon on whole grain toast for breakfast. Use it in dips, stuff it into vegetables, stir it into sauces, or even whip it into desserts like chocolate mousse or fruit smoothies. Choose whole milk ricotta with minimal ingredients for best results. And for maximum effect, eat it within 2 hours after activity, when your muscles are most responsive. Knowing when to eat these cheeses can be just as important as the cheeses themselves. For years, we've heard dinner should be the biggest meal. But research now shows that for adults over 65, breakfast is the most powerful opportunity to build muscle. Here's why. After fasting 8 to 10 hours overnight, your body has been breaking down muscle tissue for energy. Your first meal flips the switch from breakdown to growth. Yet most seniors eat just 8 grams of protein at breakfast, far below the 25-30 grams needed to trigger muscle synthesis. This is where our 3 cheeses shine. A morning meal of 1 to 2 cup cottage cheese with berries plus 1 ounce of fresh Parmesan gives you 24 grams of protein and over 2 grams of leucine, enough to switch your body into muscle-building mode. Protein distribution also matters. Many older adults eat lightly at breakfast and lunch, then overload on protein at dinner. But muscles can only use about 25 to 35 grams of protein at one time. Extra protein at dinner is wasted. Think of it like watering a plant. Small, steady amounts throughout the day are far more effective. Aim for 25-30 grams at each meal, combining cheeses strategically. Cottage cheese at breakfast, ricotta at lunch, Parmesan at dinner. And remember this key tip: eat one of these cheeses within 2 hours after activity. Even light exercise, like walking or gardening, makes your muscles far more responsive to protein. Pairing movement with cheese supercharges your results. So how much cheese should you really eat each day? Experts suggest that adults over 65 need about 1 to 1.2 grams of protein for every kilogram of body weight. For example, someone weighing 150 pounds, which is around 68 kilograms, would need roughly 82 grams of protein daily. Cheese won't cover all of it, but it can easily provide a significant share. Research shows the sweet spot is 2 to 3 servings of these muscle-building cheeses each day, with each serving giving around 10 to 15 grams of protein. A simple plan could be half a cup of cottage cheese at breakfast, an ounce of Parmesan at lunch, and about 1/3 of a cup of ricotta at dinner. Together, that gives you around 35 to 40 grams of protein, roughly half of your daily needs, and only about 300 to 400 calories. Very reasonable as part of a balanced diet. The most important thing here is consistency. The studies that found the best results showed seniors eating cheese daily for at least 60 to 90 days. Think of it like taking a vitamin. It won't change much if you eat it once a week, but daily intake can transform your strength over time. Another key factor is pairing cheese with exercise. Researchers have shown that eating protein after resistance training creates a powerful synergy. This doesn't mean heavy weights at the gym. Even simple movements like standing up and sitting down from a chair, wall push-ups, or using light resistance bands a few times a week are enough. When you follow activity with cheese within 2 hours, your muscles respond as if they were decades younger. Of course, there are a few health considerations. Parmesan has virtually no lactose, while cottage cheese and ricotta contain only small amounts. But if you're sensitive, start with small portions or use lactase supplements. If you have high blood pressure, pay attention to sodium. Parmesan is naturally higher. Cottage cheese varies widely, while ricotta is the lowest. For cholesterol concerns, large studies show moderate cheese intake doesn't raise heart risk in most people when kept to proper portions. If you take blood thinners like warfarin, keep your cheese intake consistent, since it contains vitamin K, and always let your doctor know. And if you have kidney problems, it's best to talk with your physician before increasing protein. Now let's put everything together into a clear plan you can start today. Begin by making a simple trip to your grocery store and picking up 3 essentials: cottage cheese, authentic Parmesan, and ricotta. Buy enough for at least a week so you can experiment with different ways of eating them and find the ones you enjoy most. Next, take a moment to calculate your daily protein needs using the formula I shared earlier and write that number down. Keep it somewhere visible, like on your fridge, as a daily reminder of your goal. Then plan tomorrow's meals to make sure each one gives you 25 to 30 grams of protein and includes at least one of these cheeses. That balance will set you up for steady progress. If you aren't doing any exercise yet, start simple. Spend 5 minutes a couple of times this week doing light movements like standing up and sitting down from a chair, wall push-ups, or lifting light weights, or even water bottles. These gentle exercises are enough to wake up your muscles and make them more responsive to the protein you eat afterward. Finally, mark your calendar for 90 days from now. That's when you should look back and assess how much stronger you feel, how daily tasks seem easier, and how your independence has improved. Many people are surprised by just how much can change in only 3 months. Consistency and patience are what drive results. Remember, muscle loss is not inevitable with age. With these 3 cheeses as part of your daily routine, combined with a bit of movement, you can maintain and even rebuild strength well into your 70s, 80s, and beyond. The science is clear, the approach is simple, and the benefits are real. The only question is whether you'll take that first step today. So here's my challenge. Will you add cottage cheese to breakfast tomorrow? Will you grate fresh Parmesan over your lunch? Will you give ricotta a try within 2 hours after a walk? If you do this consistently for 90 days, you may be amazed at how your body responds. It's never too late to build muscle, and with these 3 cheeses, you now have everything you need to start. Thank you for spending this time with me. Here's to your health, your strength, and many more years of independence and vitality ahead. Now go enjoy some cheese. Your future self will thank you.